Hi there, this is David and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. Today we're actually headed over to Legram, but first there's a couple things that we can pick up in town. Like this Misty sticker here in the mailbox. Yeah, they are pretty rare, I guess. Oh, what was the note? Oh, okay, so we got it because she did actually use him as material. Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, there was that one guy in the quest who was, freaking out about it. Yeah, did something arrive? Okay. I think that they're getting the wrong idea. Yeah. Totally. Well, before we head over to the station, let's go ahead and do a couple things. First things first, I want to go to the main building, first floor, and talk to Instructor Beatrix because she has some, well, you can basically just update her character note is pretty much all you're doing over here. Huh. Oh, okay. So I guess she's scolding the vice principal here for automatically always taking the upper class student's side rather than, you know, actually hearing what's going on between the students. And, you know, maybe it actually is the upper class students' fault rather than lower class students. The other thing that I want to do is go to the park and head over here and talk to Celine, the little cat. If you fed her twice during this chapter, you'll get a little reward. It's nothing major, but it's here, so might as well go ahead and grab it. And Fee is kind of cat-like, I've got to say. Huh, we get some Zerum powder. Yeah, thanks a ton. Yeah, I'm with you, sis. We gotta get on the train, so let's head on over there. It's just right here, right in front of our face, so let's get on board. Huh, look at that map. We need to change trains at Bereahard to get to Legram, right? I suppose it'd be better for us to take the cruising main line than the transcontinental line then. Right. After reaching Bereahard, we'll need to transfer to a local line, the Ebel branch line. There's only one train every 2 hours, so I'm hoping that we can time our arrival to avoid a lengthy wait. It's exactly 7 a.m. right now. We should arrive in Bereahard somewhere around 10:30 and reach Legram by around noon. We've got work waiting for us the first day too, so the earlier we can reach Legram, the better. Agreed. And there's always the chance our class problem child will make another scene. Oh, I wasn't expecting to run into you guys here. You all ready to leave too? Nah, we still got another 20 minutes or so until the next train to Bereahard comes in. You're all going to the Uri Special Economic Zone, right? I've never been, but it sounds kind of fun. It's apparently quite a trip to get there, though. It's on the Empire's northwest coast. You have to cross the entire Lemare province to get there. Well, it's not often you get to go on a nice long trip like this, but worry not. The hours will just fly by as I teach you all how to be as cool and popular as I am. Thanks, but I think I'll just take a nap instead. Yeah, I'm with you, Elisa. I'm not dealing with Crow and his bullcrap right now. We'll see you in 2 days then. See you at the Gorelia Fortress. Bye. Have a safe trip. See you later, Elliot. Later. And Crow, at least make a token attempt to stay out of trouble. No worries. If you hear about it, it means I wasn't on top of my game. One of these days, Reen, you'll thirst for my life of adventure. Right. Alright. Okay. Yeah, see ya. Why do I not find it the slightest bit reassuring? You took the words right out of my mouth. Okay, so, bye guys. See ya. Sayonara. Leave. We still have a short while longer before our train arrives. We gotta purchase our tickets now. Okay. Yeah, so again, we have to go through all this, purchasing the tickets and talking to them, and, you know, yeah. We're going to Legram. Let's go. Buy the tickets. Let's move. Oh, you're all heading out? What? Oh, hey, it's that guy from Nord. Isn't that... Hey, what you doing here, Lecter? You missed me already? Sure did. I'm gonna be back in Crossbell starting the day after tomorrow. Might never have the chance to see you again in this lifetime, so I figured I'd drop by and say hello. Whatever. You're so silly. There's no way you or Gramps would die that easily. That old goat might scare off the Reaper, but I'm pretty weak, you know. Who's he? Captain Lecter Arundel of the Imperial Intelligence Division. We saw him while we were on our field study in Nord. He's the one supposedly responsible for negotiating with the Republic's army to prevent war from breaking out, but... So he's the Ironblood they call the Scarecrow. I have to admit, he doesn't look like someone who specializes in espionage. Did y'all just see Celine go flying through here? Yeah, Celine is, hitchhiking with us. Well, I'm sure this little drop of sunshine's got suspicious written all over her, but I hope that you're getting along. Don't hesitate to give her a good spanking if she causes too much trouble, though. Okay. Yeah, we'll try our best. Yeah. I don't think you're much of an angel. Yeah, that's true. What kind of a little angel will casually whip out something like Argetlam in public? Do you have any idea how much overtime you put in just covering up for you? Huh? Yeah. And on that note, we're going to go board our train. So, let's go. Yeah, see ya. Okay. Huh. Secretary rather than captain. I wonder... Okay. Huh. Sure. Whatever. We don't really care what we're gonna call you, because we'll probably never see you again, but... Bye. There's Celine on the top of the train. That's a cute, nice touch. Huh, what's going on? They seem like even more interesting bunch than I've heard. I hope that she gets the chance to soak in the good times at school like I did. Well, well, for two Ironbloods, you two have a pretty cozy thing going. Oh, looks like a scary lady's got me in her sights. Time to make my exit. Not so fast. Didn't you have something that you were supposed to give me? Come on, cough it up. They don't call you the Purple Lightning for nothing. Maybe you should consider giving up this teaching gig and coming to work for us. I'll bet we could offer double what the Academy's paying you, no sweat. Strictly business, huh? Obviously. I'm not getting any younger over here. Hand it over. This is the list of every member of the Imperial Liberation Front that we're aware of at present. We've made progress in identifying their top figures, too. I see. I suppose that I should thank you. Oh, one more thing. Claire had a message that she wanted me to pass along. I'm listening. Their primary target is Crossbell City, but there's a chance that something else will be going down within the Empire at the same time. Those are her words. Wow, it's like a sea of green out there. Hey, Eustace, why is the wheat all green? Wheat, barley, rye are all cultivated in the Kruvan province. Each is grown in its season, which means that what you're seeing right now is the fall wheat crop. Oh look, there's a weird scarecrow. Look at its head. It looks all messy like Lecter's. Well, as long as she's enjoying herself. At times like these, she seems just like any girl her age. It's still hard to believe that she's only 13. That's a year younger than my brother. It really put things in perspective, doesn't it? I suppose this is as good a time as any to tell you more about where we'll be conducting our next field study. Legram is a small town in the southeast of the Empire, situated on the shore of Lake Ebel. My father, Viscount Arside, governs the town, which itself is part of the Kruvan province. That sounds familiar. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that the province Eustace's father oversees? Well, technically yes, but Legram is known for being a particularly self-reliant region. I doubt the Viscount has much interest in the authority of his liege lord. I suppose I can't deny it. My father can be a little too free-spirited at times, but I can't help but feel your father's governance has its own issues, especially where taxation is concerned. Huh, not as though I'm unaware of that. Sorry, I seem to have touched on a sensitive issue here. No, there's nothing for you to apologize for. Exchanges like these are the daily bread of the nobility. It's true that the four great houses do have immense power, but it's still up to the individual feudal lords to govern their respective regions. As far as taxation goes, each region has its own statutes, which makes the whole situation even more complicated. It is quite convoluted. Although the imperial government does seem to be attempting to unify all regions under a single tax system. That's one of the major points of dispute between the two factions. Incidentally, my father's stance on the matter is, hell will freeze over before I consent to it. I do understand the reformists' point of view, but each region of the Empire has its own traditions and customs. Attempting to normalize all those under a single system seems a little insensitive. The more you tell me, the more complicated it sounds. Well, it's certainly not an issue with a nice clear-cut solution. This is boring. Don't you have any more cool stories about Legram? I suppose a couple students batting around ideas about taxation isn't going to really solve anything, but I guess to me, one of the things Legram is most famous for is the Arside School. Oh, isn't that the thing that Laura's dad teaches? That's the one. The Arside School of Swordsmanship is the style passed down with the ancient Knights of Erebonia. It's one of the two most famous martial styles in the Empire, the other being the Vander School. I've heard there's a training hall where students from the Arside School come from all over the Empire to train. Indeed, there is. Several students of the school are studying Legram at the moment, the rest are scattered throughout the Empire. And Laura's father instructs them all? He does. Viscount Arside is not only the Lord of Legram, he's also the current head of the Arside School. Oh, doesn't he have some super cool title like the Radiant Blade Master or something? He sounds crazy strong. This may sound unseemly coming from his daughter, but his strength is, quite frankly, inhuman. I would easily place him among the 3 strongest people in the Empire. He sounds like an incredible guy. I've heard plenty of rumors about his strength myself. From what I understand, he acts as a combat instructor for this nation's armies, both provincial and imperial, though as a result, I hear he spends a significant amount of time away from his territory. That's unfortunately the case. We may be visiting my home, but there'll be no guarantee that my father will even be there. I see. That's a shame. I'd really like to meet him. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and talk to everybody. Oh yeah, when we reach Legram, I'd like to ask a favor of you all. A favor? I was hoping it would be possible for you to show your respective styles of the Arside School students. This group has practitioners of the 8 Leaves One Blade School, court fencing, and spearmanship alike, and I have no doubt each would be of interest to students of the martial arts. Perhaps so. The chance to learn more about other schools might broaden our own horizons too. Are you sure my spearmanship would be of interest to them though? Both Reen and Eustace at least use swords. Certainly, the Arside School teaches more than just swordplay. While some use 2-handed swords like myself, others use spears and even bows. Perhaps even Emma's orbital staff may be of interest. You think? Hey, what about me? Lammy's really strong too. True, but it's just raw strength. There's no skill or technique involved. I concur. Watching Argatlan wouldn't afford the students any chance to learn new techniques of their own. Ah, you meanies, no fair leaving me out. Anyway, I do think that would be a nice gesture, but that's assuming that we get the chance before our field study's over. Of course, I look forward to it if we do. Lavender. Surely it's just a coincidence. It has to be. Well, what's wrong, Emma? Are you getting motion sickness or something? No, I'm fine. I was just wondering if we might be able to see Lohengrin Castle over in Legram. Oh, the castle that came up the Instructor Thomas's lesson the other day? Weather permitting, it can be seen quite clearly. It's surrounded by mist more often than not, but such imagery has its own appeal as well. Oh, that actually sounds pretty neat. Yeah. I was just thinking, it would be nice if we could apply some of the knowledge we learned in class to our field study, don't you think? Yeah, it would be. We still have some time before we reach Bereahard, but we'll be changing trains as soon as we arrive, so make sure you're ready. I will. It's a shame we won't have time to stick around for a while. I would have liked to see Rufus again if we had the chance. I'm sure he's much too busy for that anyway, and it hardly seems appropriate to return home now after I chose not to during the summer. That's a good point. Is something on your mind? I'm just wondering what my family and the other nobles are doing at the moment. This past month, they've been a little overly quiet. Now that you mention it, I haven't heard any major conflicts between the two factions lately at all. Maybe they're just showing some restraint for a while, after all the craziness that happened at the festival last month. Neither faction is considerate enough to avoid conflict over something so trite. I suppose I should just try to focus on our field study and not concern myself with matters beyond my control. Yeah. The issue of regional cultural heritage is quite a profound one, so profound as to have its own tax implications. Well, the desire to preserve the region's traditions and heritage is pretty important in most places throughout the Empire. Like the old animist traditions in Legram, I hear a lot of those are still around. Indeed, No doubt you'll see many of them firsthand during our stay. Countless anecdotes regarding the Lance Maiden remain as well. Sounds like Legram has a lot in common with my home in Nord. Our cultures and traditions may differ, but we worship the same goddess and spirits. I think that's a fact many Erebonians are starting to forget. And if you ask me, those traditions are worth protecting, even if it means a little extra money going to taxes. I feel the same. It seems as there will be much to learn during this month's field study. Oh, look at all the trees going past the window. This is so cool. I want to ride more trains like this. It's really fun. Really now? I'm kind of surprised. I assumed being the intelligence division meant that you'd be taking trains all the time. Well, I usually just ride on Lambie when I'm out on a mission. And the super fast train Claire and the others on the RMP use don't have any windows. And Graham's special train is just too fancy, so you really can't relax. Interesting. It's not often that you get to ride on a regular train like this then, is it? If you get too excited here, you're not going to have much excitement left for when we reach our destination, especially considering how early you got up this morning. But I was so excited I just could barely sleep. I'll be fine. I've still got plenty of energy. Oh. Yeah. So, yeah, try to get some rest. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play Blade off screen. Well, I finished playing Blade, so let's move right along. You know, I have to wonder, should I fast forward through these scenes right like this, or should I just kind of leave it? Should I even cut it out entirely? Not sure. I don't know why it has to tell us what time it is, but sure. Okay. And off we go. Finally. We have to change trains here, right? That's right. A train bound for Legram should be arriving in about 10 minutes. We need to hurry if we want to board it in time. That's too bad. I was kind of hoping for a chance to poke around Berea-Hard. Yeah, it's your first time here, isn't it? I'd be glad to show you around should the opportunity arise. You did graciously open your home to us in Nord after all. Oh, well, that's really nice of Eustace. Can't fault him there. Is it just me, or are we always taking green trains? I don't know, it always just seems that we always take a green train. Maybe I'm just imagining things. I have no idea. I'm just going to fast forward this little scene right here. You just hit the O button, and it fast forwards it. It's literally you walking off the train just to walk on another train. So, yeah. So you guys have anything to say? Anything? No? Okay. Get on the train. Bye. I don't know why that's so funny to me. It's just like, you know, and one scene they're saying, you know, we really need to hurry to get on that train. So let's just stand here and just stare around. Sure, whatever. We don't have anywhere that we have to be. We don't have to, you know, catch a train. Just stand around. Ugh. Oh, Milliam's asleep. Oh, the forest is really dense. It almost looks like a scene from a picture book, as though you kept it very quiet. Fairies might come out and play. It might not come as a surprise that there are many such legends in this region. The Lance Maiden, Leanne Sandlot, was born in Legram, but because of her penitential strength and beauty, some believed her a changeling, switched at birth by the fairies. Really? Fascinating. The reality is a bit less rosy. The family line of Count Sandlot came to an end when she died under mysterious circumstances. After the War of the Lions, it's hardly surprising that such tales have persisted. A changeling, huh? Oh, what is it? What's going on? Look at that fog. It came on so suddenly. Well, Legram is known for its fog, among other things. It's not all that uncommon for this time of year. The fog does help keep the temperature cooler during the summer, though. In that case, bring on the fog. No, Lambie, you can't smash that. Oh wow, this fog really is no joke, I've gotta say. It's kinda nice, I like the little lamps on the side of the road. It's a nice touch. I didn't see Celine on the top of this train, though. Oh wow, look at that. Well, there's the castle in the distance. They did say that we could see it. And that house up there must be Laura's house. It's stunning. This is the first time I've visited Legram, but it's every bit as beautiful as I've been led to believe. So this is the town of mist and ancient legends. I'm pleased that you seem to have taken a liking to it. Unfortunately, the mist does hinder the visibility. On a clear day, the surface of the lake gleams like a polished mirror. Fog or no, it's breathtaking all the same. Welcome home, my lady. What? Who's there? How long have you been there? Interesting. I couldn't sense him coming at all. I've returned, Klaus. I see that your proficiency in the art of concealment has not diminished in my time away from home. On the contrary, my age has begun to get the better of me, I'm afraid. Watching you grow and mature is the only joy left to an old man like me. Ha, surely you jest. Can I assume that Father's not coming to meet us means that he's currently away from Legram? I'm afraid so. He also mentioned that he was unsure when he might return. I did expect that might be the case. Nonetheless, allow me to introduce you. Everyone, this is Klaus, the Arside family steward. He fills in for my father in his absence and serves as acting master for the Arside School of Swordsmanship. Huh, sounds like one amazing old guy. What is it with butlers and JRPGs being like fighters? They're all like martial artists. If you're a butler, you're automatically gonna like save the world. Well, let me be the first to welcome you to Legram. If you come with me, I'll escort you to the mansion. Still, it doesn't look like the years have really changed too much here. It's like walking into a bygone era. You can really see the influence of animism in the region too. Just look at this stone monument. I believe that was built long before the Arside family was entrusted with the governance of this region, which would make it several hundred years old at the very least. It has a rather strange shape too. Oh, what's that? Huh. This place looks very Nordic, I've gotta say. It appears to be a statue of the Lance Maiden. That's right. The center statue is the Lance Maiden herself, while those beside her are two of her Eisenritter. I believe these were made over 200 years ago as well. Indeed, tradition holds that they were constructed to honor the achievements of Saint Sandlot. Incidentally, the knight kneeling in the lower right is the ancestor of the Viscount. Huh, so that's Laura's great-great-great-grandfather, huh? You'll need to add a few more greats. We're about 10 generations apart. Oh, who's there? Oh, it's just a whole bunch of townspeople. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad to see that you're all so well. Just back for 2 or 3 days on a field study as part of my coursework for the academy. I'll be sure to visit more with each of you later. Oh, of course, please do. I'd love to hear all about how life at the academy's been treating you. She seems to be quite popular around here. Yeah, it looks like the Viscount's family has built up a good relationship with the people of Legram. Yeah, unlike Eustace and the people of Bereithard. Oh, it's that guy with the mime face again. Looks like they finally showed up. Well, it's been pretty busy around here lately. I could use the help. Oh, it's Celine. I didn't see her on the train earlier. Wonder how she got in. Ah, well. Guess I'll go look over their tasks one more time just to be sure. Yeah, this definitely has a Scandinavian feel to it. Or maybe even like an old Celtic feel to it. Like really old ancient English. I can hear the ring of steel on steel. Undoubtedly the sounds of swords crossing. So this must be the Arside School's training hall. Indeed it is. I have more memories in this building than I can possibly count. Although many of them involve being soundly defeated by my father, or Klaus. My apologies, my lady. Well, it's pretty apparent he's not your run-of-the-mill butler. You can tell by the way he carries himself. He has a master's poise. And this is the Viscount Arside's mansion. Wow, so this is where Laura lives. You'd expect nothing less from a Viscount. And it seems to be built on a hill overlooking the town, too. It was originally built with the intent that it could function as a stronghold, should the need ever arise. Welcome to the home of Viscount Arside. Allow me to show you around in my father's stead. That's pretty. I don't know how the chandelier goes off light because none of those candles are lit. How would you even light those candles? Like, do you have to like climb on a ladder up to get through the chandelier? Or is there like a pulley system where there's like a weighted chain on one end and you'd pull it down and then the chandelier would lower and then you would light the candles? I'm gonna guess there's a pulley system. Whoa, what an incredible view. It's so beautiful. It's not often I've taken a view this spectacular. Say, is that... Whoa, castle. That must be Legram's famous landmark. Indeed, that's Lohengrin Castle. During the War of the Lions, it serves as the Lance Maiden's stronghold. A saint's castle towering on the shore of a shimmering lake. Just seeing it there in all its majesty makes me want to set brush to canvas. It does seem like a scene tailor-made for painting. I agree, but there'll be plenty of time to take in the scenery later. Right now, we need to go pick up our list of field study tasks. Oh, right. Are you the one who prepared our tasks for us, Klaus? Actually, the assigning of your duties here has been entrusted to a professional. A professional at what? Can you elaborate? Head of the Bracer Guild in the town central plaza. At the Master's behest, they have taken on the responsibility of preparing all the tasks for your field study here. The Bracer Guild? There's a branch here in Legram? Indeed, there's been a small branch of the guild in this town for many years. My family has a good relationship with the guild. They've done much for us in the town over the years. Oh, really? Well, whatever. Not like they've asked me to do anything. What are you babbling on about? Nothing much, just thinking out loud. Anyway, looks like we need to pay a visit to the guild. Yeah, I'd like to get through as many of today's tasks as we can. We'll be taking our leave now, Klaus. Of course. Please take care, everyone. And we'll do that next time on Let's Play Legendary Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And happy watching!